MSNBC as well as CBS. Anthony Fisher, good to have you back, man. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Lots of things going on here. Trump does appear to be catching up to Clinton in national polls, as well as tying her in the battleground states of Pennsylvania and Florida, actually leading her in Ohio. We were talking about that in the previous hour. Now, on May 17th, NBC had a poll showing Clinton only 3 points ahead of Trump. She had 48%, he had 45%. And, of course, this seems to echo last week's results from Reuters and Rasmussen. They had them neck and neck nationally, while, again, Quinnipiac was telling the story of the battleground states. But let me get to the NBC poll, because that shows that both Clinton and Trump would receive about 87% support from their respective party. As you might recall, Romney only had 84% of the GOP party support in 2012. What do you think this tells us for the days and weeks ahead in election 2016? Anthony.
I think it tells us that it's going to be a real race, and that I think that the Republican establishment panic that Trump would lose in a landslide, it still could very well happen. There's still plenty of time for him to do or say something horrible that, just be the thing that finally breaks him. But I think that the establishment's arrogance that this would fade away has been, proven to be poorly served, and I think that Hillary Clinton is still obviously hasn't shored up all the support that she would need to defeat Trump in the battleground states. There's still a huge portion of her own party that is pretty frustrated with her. I think that they mostly will come around, but I think there's a lot of people that will sit it out, and I think that this, if anything, it just says that, this is going to be a race. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
We also found that there were a multitude of polls saying that it's far more likely for Sanders supporters upset with Clinton to cross over and help Trump.
I'm not so sure about that. I think that might be overstating. I mean, there's definitely evidence of a lot of kind of lunch pail union types, and certainly people in coal country, like in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, that you could definitely see some Bernie Sanders supporters going for Trump there. But I don't think that. Bernie Sanders has owned the youth vote, and I don't suspect that they would go to the Trump camp.
Yeah, but even Democratic supporters of Clinton are acknowledging her pathetic numbers on honesty and trustworthiness, and as a result, she and her entire team will, when having to respond to that inquiry about her lack of trustworthiness, they just counter by calling Trump a racist and a sexist.